I'm Liak Bolo with LTAPerformance, and in this video, you will learn if fitness trackers are holding you back. Now, fitness trackers have a great intent to make you healthier, but it may be holding you back. I'm going to go into what is the intent that fitness trackers are really there for and why it may be holding you back. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I've been in the fitness industry 8+ years, and I've been coaching hundreds of clients to be able to make a transformation. So I've seen how technology has advanced during this time frame. Now, fitness trackers today are so relevant to being important within fitness, and I know many of you are using it. Now, they do have great features that have helped people really take initiative to be healthier, and it makes it very accessible. But there are some things that are not perfect with fitness trackers, and it can be holding you back if you don't understand how they may actually be functioning for you. So when you think of fitness trackers, they can keep track of your heart rate, keep track of your steps, keep track of how many calories you're going to burn during exercise, and even monitor, of course, your sleep and some other things, right? But it may not be working the best for you when it comes to how many calories it's telling you it's going to burn. The reason I say this is because it has been proven that it's overestimating how many calories are burned. Now, when it comes to exercise and you're trying to lose weight, you may be gauging too much on that of about how many calories you're burning, and that may be affecting how many calories you're taking in. So remember, when you are trying to lose weight, it's all about that calorie deficit. You want to burn, a certain amount of calories to get in that calorie deficit so you can lose weight. So, of course, exercise can aid in that. But if you are over-reliant on it and you are looking at these fitness trackers and basing off of how many calories you should be taking in each day, you could be doing harm to yourself. Now, remember, exercise isn't going to be the biggest factor in you losing weight. Remember, it's a lot easier to take out these calories when you're actually monitoring your nutrition. Nutrition is going to be the best route for you to really take control of your weight loss. But I do understand that we do want an extra bonus, and exercise can help a little bit within that. So if you're looking at your fitness trackers and you're thinking you're really burning that many calories, you're sadly mistaken. Now, research has showed us that it can be 20 to almost even higher than 80% off on how many calories they're saying you're burning. Remember, exercise doesn't burn as many calories as you may think. So it's very important to understand what you should really look at when you're looking at your fitness trackers. Now, fitness trackers are great when we're monitoring our steps. Now, steps are very important. The more active you are, it shows you're going to not only be able to lose more weight, but keep weight off for good. This is a very big important as far as keeping weight off. Now, when it comes to weight loss, there are, like I said, more things you want to monitor, of course, like your eating. But when you're looking at the fitness trackers, monitoring your steps are really good. The more steps you're getting in per day is great. That 7,000 to 10,000, even more steps per day has shown that people that hit that are more likely to hit their weight loss goals because they're going to do other healthy habits as well. So it's very great when you're looking at, how many steps. That's something that fitness trackers do really well, and it encourages, right? I know with many of these fitness trackers, it will tell you, hey, start moving, get around. And we know the more that you move, the better it is going to be for your health, and you're going to get the benefits from exercise. And like I said, that will aid in helping you lose weight, but you don't want that to be the all to be all. So like I said, it is great when it comes to the steps. And even when you look at like heart monitor, for example, now same thing, it hasn't proven to be as accurate, but the difference isn't as far off as it is with, how many calories you're going to burn. And it can still be a great measurement because it's going to tell you to just push harder when you are tracking it. So even though if the heart rate is off, it's not going to be as bad as, with the calories burned, because like I said, calories burned is going to be very important. So the reason I do share this story as well is because, research backs it up, but I can say generally, like, I believe it to be true, because I have seen within some clients the readings it would say, and it can get crazy how many calories that it will say is burned. Now, in my times of doing personal training with clients, I was there, every step of the way in their workouts. And I've seen some fitness trackers say that my clients were burning over 700 calories in an hour time. And my workouts could be mostly focused just on, the resistance training. So doing the weights, doing the body weights, all these different movements. And now resistance training has proven that it doesn't burn as many calories as, of course, a higher intensity type of cardio session. So for someone that may get a reading that said that they burn, 700 calories in an hour, when in all reality, they probably burn maybe 200 calories at best if it was intense. That's a big difference. I want to put that in terms that you can really understand. So think about 500 calories per day if you burned in a week's time would equal 1 pound of fat. Now it's 3,500 calories that you need to burn in order to lose 1 pound of fat. So if you think about workouts, if you're working out, 5 times, even sometimes a week, like that big of a gap as far as calculation being off can really make a big difference. Because if you're starting to eat some of those calories back, then you're not going to be able to make the progress you think you should, because the tracker's off, right? Because you think you're burning more calories. And we know it's important, even in weight loss, and I tell my clients, you still need the fuel, right? You still need to fuel your body correctly so you have the energy to crush your days. Because if you're doing a weight loss program and you're not eating enough and you're working really hard, it's going to have a negative effect. So people are going to be, monitoring how many calories I'm burning through my exercise, because you have to put some of that fuel back into your body. So if you think you're burning as many calories as is showing, and you try to eat more of that back, you can see how that's going to cause some issues. And that's why it's important that you understand that these fitness trackers cannot measure your calories burned as much as you may think it is. And like I said, that could have a big gap. I mean, we're talking, if it's 500, 300 calories off during your workouts, like that's a big difference of what you actually did. And I mean, if you think about it, if your goals are 3 to 4 months, even 6 months, that's a difference. That's a big difference, 20, 30 pounds. So it is important to understand, do not rely on the calories burned alone, because it has a big discrepancy of being off. And we know that with exercise, we often have that reward that we think, well, if I put in a lot of work, I deserve to eat, right? It's a thing within your body that you tell yourself, because you feel like, if I work so hard, I need to reward myself. And this happens for many. Believe it or not, many do really well at being consistent within working out, but the consistency is not there with the nutrition. So that can cause some issues, right? It can cause some issues. And I've seen this in some clients I've worked with where they were pretty good with the exercise, but we had to change what they were doing with the diet, and the results start to happen. And I know for many that have been struggling over the years and are consistent with working out and are not seeing the changes, this can be having an effect on you, because you think you're burning so many calories that isn't really being burnt. So you need to understand that you're not burning as many calories, but you can rely on it to gauge some numbers as far as like how many steps you're taking. The heart rate monitor, like I said, is more reliable, even though that is off, but you can at least use it as a measurement as when it goes up to gauge how your intensity of your workouts are going. And then, like I said, they do have some other features that can be great. I know a lot of these fitness trackers can sync to other things and be integrated and work really well. I know even some fitness trackers that my clients have integrated with some of the tools that I use for them, and it has gave a lot of great reliable information to say, you know, how many hours of sleep that someone is, and which is really great because sleep is a really great habit to monitor to see how much weight you're losing. So I don't want you to take this the wrong way to think I'm against fitness trackers, because I know there are some great information that fitness trackers can give you on your journey that's really going to help you. But it is fatally flawed within the nutrition. And the reason I say that is, like, it kills your results in your program. Because if you're gauging that, like, you're gonna destroy the results that you may get, because if you're overeating because you think it's burning as many calories, it will kill the results in your program. So that's what I mean. But as far as some of the other things that I just mentioned, it can be really great to track and it can work well for you. And like I said, it has some other features that works well on other apps that can be really useful for you, and it's great. So I think overall, fitness trackers does do a lot of good to get people to move and want to do more, and it has all those features. But I know when it comes to weight loss, which I help so many clients be able to do, it has been proven that it has more harm than not often, because it's just far off within that. So once again, let's recap. If fitness trackers are, you know, doing harm for your overall weight loss goals. So number one, they do not measure accurately how many calories you are burned. So do not rely on these as far as your nutrition. Understand that they're not right when it comes to that. But really great when it comes to steps. So like I said, you can use it to monitor your steps. As it goes with your sleep to say overall how much sleep that you may be getting per day, which is a great measurement to see how it can factor in weight loss, because sleep has a lot of different things that is going to affect within your body if it's not being quality or it's not enough sleep. So that is really great with it. And even though, like I said, the heart rate can not be accurate, but at least that is going to be closer in resemblance to your real heart rate compared to the calories burned. So you can use fitness trackers really well for that. So I would love to hear what you got from this video. If you are currently using fitness trackers, how long you've been using, you know, what are the results you've gotten for you? And if you think like this resonates a lot with you as far as maybe why you're not getting the results because you rely on the calories burned, I would love to hear that. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and watch the next video.